welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than usual. As you guys can tell, I have absolutely no makeup on, and the reason why is because in today's video, I'm going to be doing an in-depth skincare routine. Now, my skincare isn't anything out of this world. It's nothing super expensive and it's nothing super crazy. Just consists of a few steps that I do every day. So I do this both morning and night. I do have oily, dry combination skin. It's very dry around the jawline, on the forehead, but more oily around the T-zone area. So the skincare products that I am recommending to you guys and telling you guys about that I use might not work for you, because there's not one product that works for every single skin type, because everyone has different skin, everyone has different skin concerns. Just so you guys know, I am going to be talking to you guys a little bit as to my journey on how I found this skincare regimen and how I found something that kind of worked for me. A little bit of background story, if you guys didn't know this about me, is that when I was younger, for some reason my skin just started going crazy. I started getting really bad breakouts around my right side of my face, and then eventually it just spread to both cheeks, and I had really cystic, severe acne. I had tried everything under the sun that had to do with acne medication or acne prone skin, and nothing worked. And if anything, I felt like it made my skin so much worse, and it was because I didn't really know what the cause of my acne was. So I was just throwing on product on there. I didn't really know what my skin needed. I didn't know that my skin was actually super oily because of the fact that it was super dehydrated. And what it did is, whenever your skin gets dehydrated, it works twice as hard to produce oil to replace the oil that it's missing, or replace that hydration that it's missing. At that time, I didn't know that until I started doing research, and then I found out that that was one of the reasons why I had oily skin. I didn't know what my skin needed at this time, so that's why those acne products weren't working for me, because they weren't the right product for me. So what I ended up doing was switching from things that were for acne prone skin to things that actually balanced out my skin. And one of the brands that I started off with was Origins, and it's a brand that I absolutely love. One of the things that I love about Origins is that they're more on the natural side compared to a lot of other skincare lines out there that have a lot of harmful chemicals. And then eventually I switched from the zero oil line to this cleanser that they have called Checks and Balances. And what that does is it balances out the dry parts as well as the oily parts. And then from there, I went to a more natural line, or I just bought products that were more on the natural side. That led me to the skincare routine that I use now. So basically, my skincare routine consists of a cleanser that helps to get rid of any dirt, oil, makeup, and debris that might be on my skin. So with all cleansers, no matter what cleanser you're using, unless if you're using an oil, 9 times out of 10, what it does is it strips your skin of its natural oil and the oil mantle that you have on your skin. And since most soaps or most cleansers are more on the alkaline side, meaning that they have a pH higher than 7, what it does is it throws off the balance of your skin's pH, which is naturally acidic, or 4.5 to 5.5. After I do the cleanser, then I use a toner, or also known as an astringent, and that helps to balance out the pH of your skin, and it also helps to close down the pores and just helps to redefine your skin. So then after the astringent, then I use a moisturizer. Moisturizer is so important for every single person, regardless of the skin type that you have. Now, they have moisturizers for oily skin, they have moisturizers for dry skin, combination skin, acne prone skin. Every kind of skin type, they have a moisturizer that works for you. It's so important to put back that moisture, because if not, then you can have a similar experience that I did when it came to my skin being oily, because of the fact that I wasn't putting moisture back into my skin. I was so busy using all these topical acne medication and cleansers that I never put moisturizer in my skin, because I thought since I had oily skin that I didn't need moisturizer, but I was wrong. Another thing that I used to use before was I used to use coconut oil, and I used to use that for a while, because if you didn't know this, oil actually breaks down oil. So all that excess oil that's producing in your skin will actually break down, and it'll balance out your skin. So once my skin finally balanced out and was more on the normal side, then that's when I noticed I don't really have oily skin. I have is a combination of 2 different skin types. and that's oily and dry. So what I use now is moisturizer that balances out the dry parts as well as the oily parts. So if you guys are interested in learning my skincare routine, then please continue watching. So I forgot to change my camera to the landscape mode, so it's going to be like this. Sorry about the black lines on the side. But we're going to start off with African black soap, which is one of my favorite cleansers. And this is from a brand called Nubian. And you can use your Clarisonic or your hand. If you use the Clarisonic, then just put some of the soap onto the Clarisonic brush. And this is the Mia too, so it has a tea timer. So it works 20 seconds on each cheek, 10 on the forehead, and then 10 on the T-zone and nose. Something more or less like that, and adds up to 1 minute. So I just do that until the timer is over, and then I will proceed in rinsing my face. And after I rinse it, then I just pat dry. It's really important to pat and not rub because you don't want to break down the collagen in your skin. So then what I do is I do this once a week. I use baking soda and a little bit of water, and I just create a paste. So I take about this much baking soda, put a little water in it, and then just start rubbing it in my hand until it creates like a paste-like consistency, and it'll look like this. And then I'll just start applying that onto my cheeks and as well as the rest of my face. And what this does is it helps to get rid of any breakouts that you have. It exfoliates your skin as well. And I did have a really big breakout, so I just let it sit here for 20 minutes, and then I rinse it off and pat dry. And then what I do is, I do this whenever I wear makeup usually. I use some of my witch hazel, which is an astringent, and I just use that on a cotton ball and just rub that on my face. And what this does is it makes sure to get rid of any makeup or excess product that might be on the skin. I also do this whenever I do the baking soda mask just to help balance out my skin. And I use this toner every single day. This is the facial mist from Badescu. And then they also have the green tea one, but I use the rose one on a day-to-day basis. And for breakouts that happen every now and then, I use some of this Clinique spot treatment, and I just put that onto the blemishes that are on my skin. And then I go ahead and use some of the Sephora Instant Moisture Plus cream. And I used to use the coconut oil like I said before, but I no longer use the extra virgin coconut oil for my moisturizer. So then I just take a little bit of the Sephora moisturizer on my finger and just rub that onto my face. And what I do use the coconut oil now for is I just tap a little bit onto my finger and actually use it as an eye cream. It helps to get rid of my dark circles. I don't really have bad ones, but it helps to hydrate and get rid of that. And after that, then that is basically it. This is my finished skincare routine. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any requests, please don't hesitate to leave them down below in the comment section. I would love to see what you guys would like for me to do next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then.